In this video, we are going to learn about probability. The basics of probability we have studied in our previous classes. Now, we are going to extend this topic to understand the new concepts related to probability. Right? Probability basically is something which defines whether this event is going to happen or whether this event is not going to happen. It shows the probable features, right? For example, if you say today it will rain, right? How you say it will rain today? By seeing the clouds, okay? So there are some of the events that happens which are known as the favorable events to A, right? If it's a rainy day, if it's a cloudy day, okay, it's a favorable event that it is going to rain today. So in probability there are two things. The first one is the favorable outcome. What is our favorable outcome? Like it will going to rain today. It's the favorable outcome. And next is the total number of outcomes. Number of outcomes can be, it can be a cloudy day, it can be a sunny day, right? There are two possibilities. It can be a cloudy day, sunny day, windy day. There are so many of outcomes, right, about the weather. So weather forecasting is an example of probability. They tell us probably it will rain today, probably it will be a sunny day, okay? So weather forecasting is a example of probability, okay? Now let us move forward and see the theoretical concept, like how we used to do the questions of probability and how we must approach towards the questions of probability. See, there is an event A. Okay, event is something which is going to happen. Event is something which is going to happen. Okay, it shows event or happening. A is an event, right? So if you want to calculate the probability of A occurring A, like this event can happen, so what you have to do, this is basically a formula which can be used to calculate the probability of A. There are number of favorable outcomes of A. What are the favorable outcomes which are in the favor of A, that event A will happen, and the total number of outcomes. First, I'll introduce you about the topics, okay? Then we'll see the topics with some examples later on, right? The probability of a sure event that the event will happen is 1. For example, you can say probability of an event is 1, that your birthday will come in once in a year, okay? So this is a sure event. This will happen. This will surely happen. So for a sure event it is 1. For example, if you have a dice, okay, dice is basically a cube. You have a special type of dice that all the numbers printed on this dice is 6, okay, all 6 dimension, the printed number is 6. You customize this dice, okay, you are having only 6 number printed on this. Now if I say what is the probability of getting 6, okay, so the probability is 1 because favorable outcomes are 6. 6 times you will get 6 and the total number of outcomes will be 6 only, right? So whenever you will roll the dice, you will only get 6 as the answer, okay? So the for sure event you have probability as 1. This dice, if I say what is the probability of getting 1, you will say 0 because you can't get 1 on this dice because all the sides we have printed 6, okay? So this is an impossible event. This event can't happen, okay? Now the probability of an event E, okay, what is the probability? See, this probability will always be greater than 0 and will be greater than and equal to 1, okay? The probability of any event is always greater than 0 and it is always greater than or equal to, it can equal to 0 also, because for an impossible event here you can see it's 0. For any probability of any event E, it can be greater than or equal to 0, or it can be less than equal to 1. Okay. Now let us see some of the examples, right? See, if you roll a dice, there are 1, okay, you can get 1, you can get 3. There are this is a dice. These are the probabilities. Now you see, there are total number of 6 outcomes. How there are 6 outcomes? You can get 1, you can get 2, you can get 3. So there are 6 outcomes. So total number of outcomes are 6. Now if I say probability of getting 1 to 6, okay, probability of getting 1 to 6 numbers on a dice, what you are going to do? For 1, you know it's 1 by 6. For 2, you know it's 1 by 6. For 3, it's again 1 by 6. All are 1 by 6. Okay, probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6 because favorable outcome is only 1. Okay, the favorable outcome here is 1. Okay, for getting 2, for getting 3, it's again 1. So you can, if I say probability of getting number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, okay, it is 1 if I get any of this one. But for individually, if I say what is the probability of getting 1, it is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 2, it's again 1 by 6. Okay, now if I say probability of getting a 7, it's 0. Because why it is 0? Because for 7 there is no favorable outcome, because 7 is not printed, so it is 0. Now there is again a topic which is known as complementary of an event. Okay, so what is basically complementary? So what is complementary? Let the event be finding a number greater than 4 after rolling a dice. Okay, there is one event, we say it as we get the number greater than 4. Okay, so what are the favorable outcomes? There are only 2 favorable outcomes. One is 4, one is 5 and other is 6. Okay, these are greater than 4, that is 5 and 6. So this is an event A. Okay, this is an event A. Now we say complement of A event is getting 1, getting 0, getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, getting 4. Okay, why these are complements? Because these are the opposite of event A. If this happens, this is opposite of event A. We want a number which is greater than 4. Okay, so the greater than 4 events are only 2, 5 and 6. So this is event A. And complement of A is, if I get 1, it is complement of A. If I get 2, it's complement of A. If I get 3, it's complement of A. If I get 4, it's again a complement of A. So this is how we come to know about the complements of A. And one thing you have to keep in mind is that probability of A, right, plus probability of complement of A is always equals to 1. Okay, it's always equal to 1. Probability of A plus probability of complement of A is always equal to 1. So this completes your probability with all its important terms which were introduced in this chapter. Thank you for watching.